Tom Clark's 6M podcast is a Boink Studios production. And now, on with the show.
Hey, what is up? Welcome to Tom Clark's 6M podcast. I'm your host, Tom Clark. And in this episode, I'm joined by co-host Christopher Ray Patton.
How in the world did the White Stripes get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Number one, I'm a fan. Number two, I love that they got into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So everybody put your stones down and please don't light the torches. I'm a fan. But after listening to the album we're going to review here today, I was reminded yet again of how I just don't understand how the White Stripes got into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, especially when considering what was, top of the pops when they came out, when they started becoming a thing. And I have theories on this, why I believe they hit the way they did. MTV's got a lot to do with it. Videos have a lot to do with it, of course. So I've got my ideas and my theories, and we'll see what Chris has to say about here today. But kids, I'm telling you, for the life of me, I just can't understand how in the world the White Stripes got into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Again, I think it's awesome, but when I look around at the music landscape when they hit and when people are still playing their stuff now, I'm like, it's so effing cool that Jack and Meg White got to the level of success that they did, because this is my kind of music. I love their albums. I love their work. We've never really talked about the White Stripes here on the 6M before, but I'm glad we're finally getting to do this, and I'm looking forward to doing it. So it flies in the face of everything I know as a jaded music fan, or as I can be sometimes, if I'm being honest. But I love that it happened. It gives me hope. It gives me hope for the future. Not too much, but enough anyway. So we've got a lot to cover, kids. We're going to cover this album. If you guys ever checked us out before, you know how the album reviews work. We're going to cover every track. But before we do that, let's do this. Elephant is the 2003 album from the garage rock / blues rock band The White Stripes. Recorded entirely on analog tape in London, the album leaned hard into blues, garage rock, and raw performance at a time when rock was moving in the opposite direction. It was produced by Jack White, mostly recorded across 2 weeks at Toe Rag Studios in April and May 2002, and released on April 1st, 2003 on V2 Records. It became a major success, debuting in the top 10, entering the Billboard 200 at number 6 after the first week's sales of 126,000 units, and spent 58 weeks on the chart, the longest of any White Stripes album. It won the Grammy for Best Alternative Album and produced Seven Nation Army, one of the most recognizable riffs of the 21st century. If you disagree with that, I got nothing to say to you. It was certified platinum in the United States in September 2003 and ended the year at number 57 on the Billboard 200. Elephant is often seen as the band's peak statement, loud, confrontational, and intentionally unpolished. And that is your lowdown for Elephant by the White Stripes. So, Chris, you're a music guy. I'm a music guy. Is any part of you, when they got inducted, like, I can't, and I don't mean in a bad way, but I'm saying overall, did it hit you the way it hit me, or am I alone in this thinking, I can't believe they got in? Is it just me?
I think it's crazy that the White Stripes got in and not just Jack White, and then they did an all-inclusive thing of all of Jack White, right? Because Jack White's went on to do a bunch of other projects that are also really, really good.
True.
What I will say, track one that we're about to talk about, if you've ever played bass or guitar, you're starting out from, let's say, 2005 forward, you're learning that line. That is your AC/DC, brother. That's what we talked about. Iconic riff. I love Jack White's playing, and we'll get more into it. He does a lot of simple things very well. And I hate a lot of guitar players that do simple things the same way. Eric Clapton, looking at you, slow hand. So we'll get into that a little bit more as we go along. But yes, I'm not surprised that they made the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, because they influenced 20 years of music, man. Like, think about it. Everyone knows that riff. Anyone who even pretends they know how to play guitar knows that riff, right? That is the AC/DC, like, and to some extent, that's probably, like, I'm sure that Jack White hates it. At the same way as, like, was coming out of my cage and I'll be doing just fine. I'm sure they hate that as well, right? Like Hot Fuzz, the Killers. Yeah, that song from Hot Fuzz. The Killers
Right.
do.
Yeah. I get it. Yeah.
I'm sure it's like, but that means you wrote something so brilliant that people need to play it in stadiums for 70,000 people just on like a loop.
Yes.
You know what I mean? There's like,
Yes.
press play and let that go, and then people want to sing along with it. They love it so much. And I think that was probably pretty hard for Jack White, and we'll get a little more into that because I think there's better songs on this album. But that song in itself might be Hall of Fame worthy because there's very few things that are like AC/DC level of like Thunderstruck or like Back in Black where you can rock an entire arena at any point in time. Just put that thing on, watch hockey players fight each other, watch soccer goalies go absolutely wild. You know what I mean? There's something special about that, writing that kind of riff.
Right.
So yeah, I'm not surprised again to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And also great induction speech by Jack.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that here today too, because I got thoughts about Meg. And they're fine thoughts, everybody. Just it's nothing bad. I'm just more than highly disappointed that she wasn't there. But to be fair, I don't know the true story of why she wasn't there. So maybe we can...
Andre was like, I'm not going to perform, so you shouldn't.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. He's like, if I was you, I'd just stay home. I'd stay home if they let me.
She was like, you're not going to play flute? And he's like, well, I left my flute at home. I can't play.
My flute at home, man. I can't. What do you
Look,
want
dude,
from me?
That's disrespectful for Atlanta. All right. I'm cutting the podcast off right now.
Uh-oh.
Andre, you disrespected all of Atlanta. You really did, dude.
Bringing the heat.
You really did. You really did. You couldn't even play a flute solo on one of the songs. I get you don't want to rap anymore, but like you couldn't find a way to do a mashup or something. Great speech, Andre.
Yeah.
Yeah, get in your bag, dude.
It's one of those. Listen, to your point, it's one of those things where like he spent a lot of time thanking the fans and talking about their journey, but then it's like, well, now these guys are going to sing. I'm gonna go sit down. Well, wait a minute, dude. Like, I don't know, man.
He was like family when we were in the dungeon. We were all
Yes.
working together. We're part of the family. We're It's like if Dom Toretto just didn't show up at the end of a Fast and the Furious movie. He did that. It's like you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
dude, you can't talk about family and then be like, I can't show up for a flute. Like I like the way, even if it was like, I like the way with a flute. Come on, dude. Lame.
I mean,
and also that Jimi Hendrix movie sucked, dude. Pack it
you
up.
really didn't like it? Seriously, you hated it that
bad.
much?
Yeah, I hated it that bad. They couldn't even get the music. Like the family of Hendrix didn't even like that movie. They wouldn't give them the rights to the music. I'm wrong. Last good thing like Andre did was Four Brothers.
Yeah, that's not a bad flick.
No, Four Brothers is fun. Maybe we'll do that on the 6M. That'll be a fun one.
Yeah, that's not a bad flick.
Yeah, we can talk about banging each other's moms.
No, I don't think
there's
I'll
like
be joining in
15
that.
minutes of that last scene. It's just them doing mom jokes.
So, well, look, before this thing goes any further south, we'll go ahead and try to land the plane, kids. Because like I said, we got a big album to talk about. And again, for the record, I'm very happy that the White Stripes are in the Hall of Fame. Don't nobody get it twisted. Let's kick this thing off, kids. By the way, don't know what versions exist of this album. The version I have in front of me is the original, 13 tracks. And, we'll let you guys decide what version you like or don't like. Total runtime, 43 minutes. If there's another version, that's not what we're doing. So everybody kind of follow along and see if your takes match ours. We're kicking this off in grand style, 3 minutes, 52 seconds. The song that Chris talked about. I don't know what I can say about Seven Nation Army that hadn't already been said. It is an iconic song. And it's just, it's harsh and it's rough and it's unapologetic and it's straightforward. I'm going to say there's no art to this, but I don't mean that in a bad way. What I mean by that is there's no huge orchestration. It's not graceful. It is just flat out blues. I'm punching you in the throat. That's how I take it. And I love it because this is my kind of stuff, man. I mean, What can you add to this that we haven't already said, that people have already said about this song, man?
Like what he does on guitar is kind of special, and I think it might get looked over because a lot of people think that's a bass line, but it's like an octave fuzz, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing that's going to be continuous for me on this album. I love guitar players that can be a single guitar player and make so much sound. And a good example, one of my favorite guitar players is named not Jerry Reed, Jay Moskus, from Dinosaur Jr. He can take a E minor and make it sound like a symphony, right? Like the ability of combining effects and distortion and the way you play it and all of that combined. And some of that's layering and post-production. But I've seen White Stripes live at Stone Mountain, Georgia, back in the day. Free concert. Shout out. It sounds that loud. The vibe of it, the way he plays it, the aggression. It has like I'm filling out sound. Same like even going back to the 80s, like Randy Rhoads with Ozzy, right?
Mm-hmm.
One guitar player.
Right, it's true.
You gotta fill a lot of sound. Eddie Van Halen, really? Right? You gotta fill a lot of space. And Jack White does that great. And he does it very different than he does it very similarly than Jay Moskus, but he does it he does it differently because it's very blues oriented. And it's I don't know, the riff is so great. Everything he does on this song is kind of incredible. Like he could have just stuck to that riff and left it. That's what the Black Keys would do. Fake White Stripes, Kmart White Stripes.
Man, you are really bringing hate today.
Yes, I am. Man, but he goes up. He's like, he hits that muff and overdrive, and it's so good, dude. Everything about the song is the perfect way to play and write a song. There is no notes, no notes for Jack and Meg on this one. It's great. It's brilliant. I wish I wrote it. It's brilliant. Everything about it is recorded perfectly. Sounds great. Great tone on the guitar. Great snare on the drums. Everything about the song is perfect. And that's why it's so good.
and other people have echoed your sentiment about, I wish I'd wrote that. Like I saw Vernon Reid on Billy Corgan's podcast from Living Color. And they both just praise the riff. And Vernon Reid's like, man, why didn't I write that? He's like, the first moment I heard the riff, I'm like, how have I never wrote this? And like it sort of jumped out at people, not because of ego, but it jumped out at musicians like, it's so simple, but it's powerful, and it's always been right there, but how come no one ever found it? But somehow it came across Jack White's head and it came out of his fingertips, and we got what we got.
It's crazy work to hear Vernon Reid hear it too. Is the look in my eye, what the that whole riff is in the same wheelhouse. So he's like, how did I miss it?
That's what. Yeah, that was his point for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, Vernon Reid also, by the way, great guitar player.
He is
very underrated, and that's a discussion for another day. But he's a great guitar player, phenomenal. He needs more love than he gets.
No doubt about it. Yeah, he's one of the best, I think. Yeah, we've covered Live in Color here before, kids, on the podcast, so you'll have to check that out. We did Vivid, broke down that album. So yeah. Well, again, Seven Nation Army is a classic. Not a whole lot more I can say about it. I do freaking love this song to death. And you're right about musicians learning to play stuff. I learned it on the bass, and I hadn't played it in a bit, and I was trying to find the chords last week, and I'm like, oh, there it is. Because once you find it, you have it. And it's just so much fun to play.
So for me, the first song I learned how to play was Enter the Sandman. My uncle taught me to play Enter the Sandman. He's like, all right, here's how you play Enter the Sandman. And then I learned this song next, kinda. I learned the song is a very loose term, because there's a lot of ways to play this song wrong and a lot of ways to play this song right. Because there's a lot of talent in that man's fingers. And then the next song after that was Aerials by System of a Down. I can remember like the first 3 songs, and this was one of them. And I think a lot of people that grew up playing guitar during the time period when I was in high school and middle school, etc., Seven Nation Army, that was a learning tool. The same way as like before, let's go, 10 years back or whatever, or 10 years back, it would have been Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Uh-huh.
Like it has that vibe to it. It is very much the song of its time. There's other songs that came out in 2003. Ask me which ones they are. I don't know that I can name them.
I don't know that I can either. Yeah. I mean, I'm cheating. I've got songs in front of me, but it's not.
Are any of them as good as the song?
I mean, let's see. In terms of Billboard pop songs, this is like 5 days after they released this single, and Seven Nation Army was the first single released. Number one was "I'm With You" by Avril Lavigne. Christina Aguilera was number 2.
Mhm.
Timberlake was number 3. Jennifer Lopez number 4.
Yep.
Diddy number 5. Kid Rock with Sheryl Crow number 6. Nivea, who I honestly don't know at all, was 7. Good Charlotte 8. Ja Rule number 9 and Jay-Z number 10.
What was the Ja Rule song? Because that would be the one that I would remember.
It was Mesmerized with Ashanti.
Okay. All right. So Ja Rule, the only one. What was Jay-Z's song at 9?
Bonnie and Clyde, which I have never liked that song.
The 03 Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah, I love Jay.
He got married off that song, so
he did.
Worked out for him. Go Jay.
Got the hottest chick in the game wearing my chain. I'm just saying. But,
in the immortal words of 50, where's Jay-Z at?
Yeah.
Jay-Z's missing.
Yeah, well, yeah. Now he's the Illuminati. I don't know. That's the story.
In the immortal words of Tupac, Illuminati all through your body.
Very true. Let's see. Track number 2, whereas we're moving on, Black Math. 3 minutes and 3 seconds. This thing is utter, complete chaos. Like it's relentless. The opening, it's just absolutely relentless. It just never lets up. I mean, you could tap your foot to this, but you ain't taking a nap to this. You know what I mean? Because it almost sounds like a mosh pit kind of song. It's how it's always kind of sounded to me. But what's your take on Black Math?
I love the song. It's very sarcastic about the music industry in general. Black Math is about how you're producing something good and making good content, but it never adds up to the music industry, which is pretty great. It's about anxiety and it's a cool ass song. Really, really, really fun to play. Me and my bass player back in the day when I was 15, 16 years old in the Monte Carlo Creeps used to jam on this one. It's a fun track. You heard some of my 15, 16-year-old guitar playing. It's not that great.
I have.
It's not that good. But we were trying.
No. I mean, honestly, again, for high school, dude, I couldn't do that in high school. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it was so much fun. And this is like the thing about White Stripes that I think makes them iconic is they inspired a bunch of people to just get in a garage, get a big muff, get like whatever amp they could and make music. Because if they can do it, why can't we? Right? Like, that's why I love the White Stripes. And they're brilliant. Meg is a great pocket drummer and Jack is an incredible guitar player. But when you're like 15, you're like, well, if they can do it,
there's just 2 of them.
There's just 2. We can do that. Come on, boys.
There's 3 of us. There's 4 of us. Just 2 of them.
Yeah.
Strength in numbers.
The same thing with like the Strokes and a lot of the garage bands. I'm going to put that in quotations during this time period. It's like, well, they were all really, really good. Like, honestly, musicians and songwriters. But it gave us hope. We were grinding it out in the garage or the basement or wherever you were grinding it out. And this song, I think, channels that feeling for me. Maybe I'm a little jaded on this one.
Well, it's interesting because about this song, Jack said, I was thinking about a time in high school when I turned my books into the math teacher and said, I refuse to learn from you anymore. The song was about asking questions. A lot of people are taught to just regurgitate information. People don't care if you learn anymore. Opinion gets trampled on. Interesting.
Oh, that's kind of crazy because I always took it the opposite way where it was like anti-music industry, like being different. So that's cool that he said that. So I'm sure he would probably actually like that. He's like, well, you had a different take on it.
I think that's always kind of been the prevailing thing, in my opinion. Don't know if this is true or not. How many of them actually feel this way? musicians love when like you interpret it different ways. Like this is a random example, but when Seal was like really big, that Kiss from a Rose song, you couldn't move 2 inches in your life without hearing Kiss from a Rose. But he got questioned about why don't you ever put lyrics in your album? And he's like, because my lyrics are open to interpretation. He's like, whatever you take from them, that's what the song means. Whatever you take from it, like, and he wouldn't explain stuff. And I'm like, I kind of like that. I kind of liked it. It's like, well, however it hits you today, that's what the song means. That's what it should mean. I kind of like that.
Wouldn't it have been amazing if he just gave a piece of notebook paper and a pen with every album song?
Right?
He's like, figure it out. you want to know the lyrics? Write them down.
Write them down. Boy, I
listen
used to do that.
Listen to Kiss by Rose 800 times.
Hey man, when I was growing up, if albums didn't have lyrics and I wanted to know the words, I'd listen to it on repeat, just write them down. I did it all the time.
The second best Batman song?
The second best Batman song.
Right. It's in the Batman. It's in the Batman lore, soundtrack wise. I mean, it's no Prince, but it's up
It's
there,
no
right?
Prince. Be honest with you,
it's no Bat Dance.
I might rate it third. Because
Bone Thugs is on that album as well.
Oh no, I'm not talking about that. I'm going back to Prince because I'm Bat Dance, yes, but Party Man. Yeah. I freaking love Party Man, dude.
Party Man is great in that scene with Jack, and Jack kills it in that scene too.
Yes.
Oh, the way he eats up the screen, so good. Prince is just incredible. We're gonna have to do a whole. I know you've probably done a Prince album. We're gonna do all of it, all of Prince in one big bang episode. Because I whoever you talked about Prince with wasn't me, brother. We'll move along to another great guitar player named Jack White.
That's right. Well, we've covered Batman 1989, but we did not do the soundtrack as a standalone episode. So I'm absolutely up for that, for sure. I hate to just flip past Black Matt that quick, but like I said, it's a good song. It's relentless. I think it's I feel like it's the White Stripes in their purest form, where Jack's just kind of belting the vocals out, Meg's doing her thing. I think I want to say it's prototypical White Stripes song, but I don't mean that in any kind of negative way, you know?
No, I mean, but like you say that, but it's also, they're the ones that developed that style. So
that's
just
true.
Like everyone else is, is like like I said earlier, the Black Keys, for instance, they're just trying to sound like the White Stripes. It's like no one else was doing this 2-piece band.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like the weird dynamic they have. Black Mass is a great song. And it's really fun to play. If you're a guitar player and you can play some power chords, that's a fun one.
Yeah. Let's see. Track number 3. Remember how I said they weren't getting very artsy on number 2? They're a little artsy on 3, and I like it. There's no home for you here. 3 minutes, 43 seconds. There's no home for you here, girl, go away. And the single, it was released as the 4th single, if my information is correct here. Yes, this was released as the 4th single, released in March 15, 2004, and it did not chart. I mean, this song's got kind of a different vibe to it, Chris. I mean, it's the same band, of course, but there's more of a feeling to this, more of a vibe to it. But what do you think about this one?
It's a weird song because I feel like he wrote a song about Meg. It feels like a breakup song in their relationship to me, and I could be wrong on that. And whatever, they're cordial, and obviously they were in a band together for a long, long time.
Sure.
It's very punchy, and there's not a lot of like drawn out notes. It's very staccato, like kind of thing. I think Jack's voice is great on this song. They do some vocal layering that's pretty cool as far as recording goes, but yeah, it's they do a lot with Jack and guitar and vocals to make this sound bigger. Which when I saw them live, I expected it to. At Stone Mountain, Georgia free concert, by the way. Shout out. That used to be a thing. 99X, looking at you. Yeah, so when I saw them live, I expected it to be smaller, I guess, and they found a way. So
right.
I don't know what they did live, but they found a way to make it sound really big, and so there's a little bit of that. There's going to be a lot of that on this album in general. Jack doubling guitars, and he's a single guitar player. You know, Randy Rhoads did it as well. He's not the only one to do it, but For the guitar players out there, well, you doubled it. That's why it sounded so thick. Yeah, I know, nerds. Calm down.
All kinds of heat.
I understand. I understand how
All kinds of
production works.
So how did they pull it off live, you think? Did they have another track playing with them playing or no?
So at the time I saw him, based on back in the guitar forum days, he would use like an RC3 Boss looper. And like specifically a good one is Seven Nation Army. He would loop the octave guitar bass sound and then play the part over top of it. I would assume by the time I saw them later on that they were more advanced, like something like a rack mount or with someone in the back like switching when they need to switch. But for this album, like he just played the same guitar part twice and they doubled it, the vocal part twice. I mean, Tom Petty did it as well. It's not like this is not a shot at Jack. This is just good music. Like Kurt Cobain. Have you ever heard the original of like Don't Know What It Means? Have you ever heard that without the layering?
I don't know that I have.
Okay, so there's 4 of him singing the same thing on that track. Like, or 2, at least 2 or 3 of him singing. And that Butch Vig is like the king of layering stuff, so maybe it's a bad example. But that's a lot of these bands did that. And when I heard them, the thing about the White Stripes is great. When you saw them live, it's the same song, and there's some layering and stuff, and they're doing a little bit, but you get like this, I don't know, like Stooges, like tin can kind of punk rock feel about seeing them. That's probably a bad way to explain it. There's like, I guess you would have been there, but
no, I get it. Yeah.
It's what they're doing, and it doesn't sound as big as this album, but it also sounds really cool because the whole vibe of the White Stripes is like it's just a guy and a girl playing band in their garage or whatever. It fits that vibe, and the sound was bigger on stage. I'm sure they were doing. Like I said, he used an RC Boss looper at one point for specifically for track 1 on this album. But yeah, I don't know.
Well, I do like that we get, and you and I have reviewed albums here before where like one track doesn't necessarily sound like the other or sound like the next track in terms of, where it's going, the vibe of it. Maybe it's a little faster, a little slower. But I like that we get that here again because on track number 4, we get I Just Don't Know What to Do With Myself, 2 minutes and 46 seconds. I love this song, but it's one of the 2 songs Jack White did not write. There's another song on here that he wrote with someone else, but this is a song that he wrote. Actually, he didn't write. This song was written by Hal David and Burt Bacharach. If you don't know the name Burt Bacharach, kids, you talk about an absolute prolific songwriting legend. Like, dude, if you know anything of his work, just an amazing songwriter. And so many musicians through the years have given this guy props, and it's well deserved.
It's so crazy with Burt because for years I was like, Burt Bacharach.
Of course, me too. Yeah.
Gross. And then one of my favorite guitar players is Paul Gilbert. And Paul Gilbert's like, you've never written a song like Burt Bacharach. You wish you could write music like Burt Bacharach. And they'll play like a Burt Bacharach song in the way Paul Gilbert can because he's ridiculous with his monster paws. And you're like, man, maybe Burt's okay. It's the same thing with this song. maybe Burt Bacharach's better than I thought.
Yeah.
But when you hear that name, you're just like, as a kid, you're like, that's lame.
Yeah. Sounds old. Sound like an old man.
That doesn't sound like Bobby Darin to me.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Sound like an old man.
But Burt wrote like a ton of music. This is no disrespect to Burt Bacharach. I'm just talking about my opinion when I read that as a teen, being like, Burt Bacharach. You know what I mean? And then like 10 years later, watching Paul Gilbert be like, sick? Burt Bacharach. Like, okay, well, if Paul says it's cool.
Man, he wrote for Elvis Costello. He wrote for Carly Simon, Aretha Franklin, Streisand, Natalie Cole, Patti LaBelle, Roberta Flack. He wrote for Dionne Warwick. He wrote for Neil Diamond. I mean, crazy. He did soundtracks. He did Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid soundtrack. He did Arthur, Night Shift, Casino Royale in 67. The guy's career is just insane, dude.
It's insane, and also like, is this just one of his B-side tracks? Did anyone else do the song? They were just like, "Hey, Bert, you got a song?"
Let's see. It was first recorded by a guy named Chuck Jackson in 62. Dusty Springfield.
Hey, Bert, you got a song?
Yeah. Dusty Springfield did it in 64.
Okay, so yeah, and the White Stripes did it. It was good.
Yeah.
It's a cool song. It's like a very much a break. Once again, a very much a breakup song. It feeds into the Meg thing. They were really building on whether they were together, whether brothers or sisters. We should talk about that, right? Like that was part of the Yoma. I mean, like the people that were in the know knew, right? But like just for the average fan looking at them, like, are they brother and sister? Why is he singing about breaking up with her? That's kind of weird.
I mean, what was the reason that Jack chose to keep it like under wraps? I'm sure there had to have been a reason. What was it?
Kiss. He's from Detroit.
Uh-huh.
He knows a gimmick when he sees one.
Oh, I see. I get it. All right. Well, it's interesting.
I mean, like, look at the band. They're Kiss in the same sense of like, we have a gimmick. We're gonna wear the same clothes. Maybe we're brothers and sisters. Maybe we're, doing weird stuff. Who knows? Right. Who knows? It's a very Kiss gimmick. And any White Stripes fan had Christopher.R. Patton on Facebook and Instagram. Get at me. It's very much New York Dolls kit. Like Kiss is not the first band to do it, but they had a gimmick, and it's a good gimmick. It worked really, 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 really well for the White Stripes, much like it did for the New York Dolls and Kiss. Alice
Cooper, gimmick. I love Alice Cooper, by the way, but gimmick,
Yeah, having gimmick's not a bad thing as long as you do it well, and the White Stripes did it well.
They did, yeah. I got sucked into it too at the time. I'm like, Sister Bro, what's going on here? Like I just knew I liked them, but I didn't have any clue what was freaking going on. So
you're like, I have no clue what's going on, man. You're like Tally from South Park.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's going on, man.
A little more sober than Tally, but yeah, that was me. Yeah, I do like this one quite a bit, actually. It's a more of a piano-driven version, piano-led arrangement, stripped-down version of the pop standard. And yeah, it's only one of two songs on the album not written exclusively by Jack Wire, not written by Jack at all. So going to track number 5, 2 minutes, 58 seconds. This is a very different one. And I'm glad we're going to talk about Meg here because I got something to ask you about Meg. In the cold, cold night. I mean, dude, I'm not sure I know what to make of this. I don't dislike it at all. But I think in my head anyway, when you listen to the first 4 tracks, you're like, it's a little off-putting. But how does this one hit you? Like when you're listening to this album, what's it do for you?
How did it hit me when I was a teen versus how does it hit me now? I guess.
Well, same. Either way.
The better question. So as a teen, I was like, why is this track here?
Yeah.
As an adult, knowing that those first 2 tracks are specifically about Meg and their breakup, basically, and lost relationships, this song fits very well. And that's one of those things that's kind of lost because of the gimmick, etc. I think it's very minimalist, like laid back. Jack's not doing anything really on guitar, like anything that he big he could do, just providing lots of space sounds and atmosphere. And I think it's great. Like it's a weird White Stripe song, but it's kind of cool if you put it in that perspective of like, well, the last 2 songs was Jack kind of getting his anger out about the relationship. And then Meg comes in with his soft, sweet song. It's kind of good. And also the live version of this is incredible with Meg.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. It's interesting, kids. It's one of the tracks here that we're talking about here today, of course. And Jack wrote this specifically for her to sing. And it marked the first time Meg recorded leading vocals on any work of the band to that point. And she sang during the live performances and covered the Velvet Underground's After Hours to try to give her some confidence. And she would sing lead once more on Passive Manipulation on Get Behind Me, Satan. And then, of course, she had to deliver a spoken word performance on St. Andrew and Icky Thump. Here's what I wanted to ask you about Meg. Your opinions ever on a drummer? You put her over earlier. I mean, according to Jack's Hall of Fame speech, she didn't even know how to play when they formed their band. What do you think about her as a drummer? Do you think, I don't know, she does, I'll say the bare minimum, nothing wrong with that. But like her level of technique, in your opinion, what do you think?
Well, I mean, like, what are we comparing her to? Neil Peart?
Oh, well, no, of course not. That's
what
impossible.
is the comparison? Right? Like, she's in the pocket and she played very successful albums with a 2-piece band for a long period of time and sold a lot of records. If you say she's a bad drummer, maybe you should get good.
I like that.
Like, I mean, honestly, like, if you're, and you be like, well, maybe Jack played. It's like, well, she played live. I don't know.
Exactly.
Like, the thing I'll say about Meg is she's always on the tick. Like, set the BPMs, dude. It's right there in the metronome.
That's
right there
fair.
for you.
Yeah.
And that's important. It goes a long, long way. Even as a guitar player, like having that steady, knowing that something is there that you can come back to. If I get a little too far out here in left field doing some weird fuzz guitar solo stuff, knowing that I can always come home and be in that comfort area with the bass and drums. Well, in this instance, just the drums provided me with. Yeah, I think she's a great drum player. Well, you don't have to be Neil Peart to be a good drum player. Like, there's this, like, it's the same thing with the guitar. Like, you don't have to be Eddie Van Halen to be a good guitar player. One of my favorite guitar players of all time is Mike Campbell from the Heartbreakers, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. He plays everything just as it needs to be played within the song. Same thing with George Harrison from the Beatles, who you're a huge fan of. You don't have to do everything at all. You don't have to be that crazy at music all the time. You just need to do what fits the song.
Right. What the song calls for. Yeah.
And Meg is perfect at that. She just always does what the song calls for. And maybe Jack was like, hey, just play this and that's fine, whatever. But she did it for a long time and really, really, really well. So as far as a drummer goes, it's kind of one of those things where when drummers like kind of crap on her, I'm like, I don't know, play it for an hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah.
See how it comes back to you. Because a lot of people are good for 15 minutes. It's like the it's one of those endurance challenges. Play that beat for an hour and 30 minutes. Then get back to me. Let me know.
Yeah, it's like and I forgive me for forgetting the guy's name. The guy that played bass on oh my goodness, was it Thriller? I think. Maybe it was Billie Jean. He played through the entire song. They didn't loop it. He played it in the studio, the entire song from start to finish. And they asked him like, oh, why didn't you just, and he's like, because we're playing, man. He's like, I'm a musician. That's what I do. And I'm like, that is insane. You know, to me.
He was like, I'm also trying to get this live gig, dude. Stop harshing my buzz. Dude.
Crazy. Yeah. That's impressive.
Michael out here doing the Thriller dance while singing. I need to be at least playing bass. Can't just be like, all right, that's it. You guys good? You got that 16 bars? Okay, cool. I'm out. Could you imagine? You're playing with Michael Jackson. He's just doing the Thriller dance while singing. You're like, I need to hold this entire bass down the entire time. It'd be the same thing with playing with Prince. You're just like, no, we're never leaving.
Yeah, no.
We just got to sit here now.
Yeah.
That's an old school mentality now, though. There's definitely cats who just like Nashville cats would have just showed up, played that bass line, left. 100%. They're like, here's the bass.
Right.
Like Muscle Shoals cats, they'd be like, yo, we're hired guns for a reason, dude.
That's a good point.
16 bars. That's what you get.
That's
Patterson
what you get.
Hood's dad was it Adam Hood. Patterson Hood from Drive By Truckers. His dad was a famous Muscle Shoal bass player, and it's on the I think it's the Gunslingers documentary about Muscle Shoal Sound, and also the Gunslingers about hired bass players and stuff. But like, yeah, you can easily lose your job by just doing your studio thing and leaving, because they might, if you stick around long enough, they might be like, hey, you want to, I don't know, go on the road with us?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You can never tell. One thing we didn't mention was There's No Home for You Here was actually released as maybe we did say it was released as the fourth single, But what we didn't say was I Just Don't Know What to Do With Myself was released as the third single, and the second single's coming up.
Boink Studios YouTube is the home of Tom Clark's 6M podcast. Tom Clark's main event, Bear Mode, a podcast review of The Bear, and Two Nations Under Ted, a Ted Lasso podcast. Subscribe to the channel for archives that date back to 2014, with new content being uploaded every week. And check out boinkstudios.com for links to every podcast platform, social media, special announcements, and a lot more. Bookmark the site today.
One more thing about Meg before we move to the next track. And this is a technical question that you may not be able to answer, right? Because it's all subjective because we're just guessing here. How do you think her playing would have been impacted had they been a three-piece and there would have been a bass player? Like, she's keeping the time, but in terms of the overall rhythm, do you think she's just as good or better, or is there just really no way to know that?
It depends on the bass player.
Mm.
Like, honestly, it depends on the bass player. If they want to do some, if they really want to get out in left field and do some crazy stuff, and all right, okay, here, I'll simplify it. If the bass player is like Flea, for instance, there's a lot of space there. So you got to leave them a lot of space, where Meg is playing like a very hard, very punchy punk rock drum.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. You give her the bass player from the Clash, probably fine. I think it depends on the bass player and if they were with the band. I don't think they need a bass though. Like, honestly, I think that's part of their sound is the lack of the lack of the bottom end, so that the snare sounds so poppy and his guitar is just all the mid. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's what makes them kind of special. In fact, I would be like, damn, they don't need a bass player.
I agree with that. It would definitely change their sound. And I love playing bass, but it wouldn't be the same. It would almost make it sound too full. Does that make sense?
They're also one of those few bands where it's like they don't need a bass player.
No, they don't.
Because 90% of bands need a good bass player. Not just a bass player, but a good bass player.
Right.
And a good drummer. You can find us guitar players. We're all over the map.
Right.
You throw an ad on Craigslist, we're like Jaws popping out of the water. A good bass player, good drummer, those are hard to come by. And when you get one, you stick with them. They're friends for life, dude. You send them Christmas cards, love letters,
keep them happy.
Like, just in case you might start a band again, which I'm currently in the process of. You stay friends with those good rhythm section.
Right.
It's tough, especially because I play mostly a lot of rhythm guitars. Like, having that just be spot on is just so good. That being said, White Stripes they were spot on without needing it. They were good for a long time. Like, you could tell that they had there's something like in a room practice wise where you just feel somebody and you could just like, I don't know how to, I mean, it's going to sound like some voodoo magic or whatever, but like eventually you just get whatever the other person's timing is. So even if you slow down or speed up or slow down, they can follow you. Right. And I have that with South, who is on the Patton Report. South Turk, great drummer, great film director. Go check out that interview. When you play together long enough, you just kind of get like, he would just know where I was going, right? Like, you just kind of get that feel. And Meg and Jack do that times infinity.
They do.
Of like her ability to just do laid back, like, I don't even say blues drums. It's like a little bit punk rock, but it's definitely just like a blues shuffle for the most part. And I don't know. It's a bass player there. I mean, fine, depending on who the bass player is. I would say I would lean more towards the side of like caution of bass players. Just like, you're gonna hit that open E. All right, cool, bet. Like, you know what I mean? Like, right. Lots of space for whatever they're doing, because if you put that bottom end there, it's a different band. And that happens on the later albums. It does happen on the later albums where there's more bottom end. They're doing way more in the recording studio, and I don't like it as much. I like this because it just sounds like two people who wrote really good songs together by themselves. And they were like, we don't need a bass player. It's just us. And it's really cool.
I can't argue that. Yeah, it definitely changes their sound for sure. So track number 6, again, this is a very White Stripes song. I want to be the boy to warm your mother's heart.
Which
if that's
is
not
such a that's such a your mom joke, and I love it. I'm here for it.
it's such a Jack White title too. Like it's such. I'm like, wait a minute. I see the song title. Did Jack White write this? Because it kind of sounds like something. But yeah, this again, very different, Chris. The tones really slowed down here from some of the other tracks we've had. But it's very much them. This is what Jack and Meg did best, I think. I like this song. I don't know. I can't say it's my favorite song on the album, but I do like this song quite a bit. What's your take on this one?
This song is just there for me to get to the next side of this album.
Really interesting.
It's fine. I mean, it's I don't know. Like once again, punk blues kind of feel to it.
Yeah.
The lyrics are like kind of intentionally uncomfortable. They're supposed to make you feel uncomfortable. And it's just weird. It stands out on its own as a song. And I don't know if that's necessarily good. Like when you put it in the concept of like listening to an album all the way through. And maybe like some people are like, holy shit, like track 6, that slap. That's such a weird in the vibe of the White Stripes. That's so weird. But it feels like that. Like it just doesn't feel like a White Stripe song on this album. It's probably my least favorite song on the album.
Oh.
So I will get criticized for that. But I think it's like if I removed the song, it wouldn't really hurt the album. Yeah, it wouldn't really hurt the album. Like if I just muted this on a playlist or something. And to me, I think it's cool. I think it's an interesting song. I just don't necessarily think it fits on this particular album.
What kind of cartwheels do I have to pull? What kind of joke should I lay on her now? I'm inclined to go finish high school just to make her notice that I'm around. I do kind of like it. The lyrics I kind of like. It's almost like he's from a distance admiring this girl and trying to get her to notice him. That's how I've always read it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, like, well, if he really wanted her to notice him, he would just punch in the lead football player's head, like he did that guy from the Von Bondies. Because Jack White is a lumberjack, my guys.
Yeah. See, I didn't know that story until you told me off mic. I had no idea.
Well, I had to get it in. We got to talk about the Von Bondies a little bit.
Jack does have kind of a look about him where it's like, I think I'm going to walk on this side of the hall.
Yeah, he's like bass player. And, I play bass.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, cool.
Okay, no problem.
Sorry, Jack.
Yeah, sorry I bothered you.
He's like, I don't really play bass, though. You want to play bass? And then you go back over. He's like, I was kidding. I also play bass. Kid.
By the way, we were talking about this earlier. I'm looking now and I'm actually missing a song. I think it's because what I'm looking at, I see a track list.
Track 7, I sent to you last night as a love letter to you, Tom.
Ah.
You got her in your pocket.
See, I don't have that in front of me. Yeah, I don't have that in front of me.
Brilliant song.
See, again, as we kicked this off, I said that I had 13 tracks. How many tracks do you have in front of you on the album that you're looking at? I've got 13.
I have 14.
Yeah, I've got 13.
How do you not have, I mean, for me, that's always been, you got her in your pocket and then Ball and the Biscuit comes after. And both of those are like, that's why I sent them both to you when I was playing it. Because when I listen to songs and albums with Tom, I actually go and try to learn this stuff before I talk about it on the air. I learned you got her in her. Yeah, we would post it on YouTube, except for they get really, really mad about me doing songs. Apparently,
they can't stand it.
I'm too good. They were like, Chris Patton, you're the Dave Matthews of 2025.
Oh my God. I would never call myself the Dave Matthews of anything.
And Tom Clark is your hand drummer.
My number 7 is Ball and Biscuit.
Yeah, no, you got her in your pockets. My number 7.
Yeah, I don't know how in the world I got that screwed up.
Do we need to take a break so you can listen to you?
I'm on Apple. No, I know the song. I'm on Apple Music. So like, I don't know. I thought I had the original version of the album here. It turns out maybe I don't.
Yeah, I have no idea. You Got Her in Your Pocket's always been the lead into Ball and Biscuit, which is why I played both those songs, sent them to you last night.
Right.
You've Got Her in Your Pocket is a very, very clutch song that got me a lot of girl respect back in the day when I was in high school. Which is really funny because it's actually about control and manipulation and being kind of a terrible person.
Let's see.
And Jack White famously described it as one of the most uncomfortable songs he has ever written. Because
Okay,
it was so internal.
On the deluxe White Stripes, there's 2 discs, which the disc 2 looks like all live versions. But on disc 1, there's 14 tracks, and I'm right with you. You've got it in your pocket is track 7. Interesting. But this version came out in 2023. Wow.
Yeah, it's like if you were thinking about this on a vinyl, you got her in your pocket, the end of the side, the needle scratches, you flip it over, and then the next song is Ball and Biscuit. What a great 1-2.
Right.
Which is how I've always listened to it.
Right.
Not necessarily on vinyl, but just like the 1-2 of those songs, like this very vulnerable, self-deprecating, I'm a miserable person. I'm not a good person.
Right.
And then Ball and a Biscuit, where it's like, very muddy waters, very like, it's a fact that I'm the 7th son, kind of like
right.
The confidence is back up. You know what I mean? Your boy's feeling it. It's great. Absolutely love it. I love the juxtaposition on that. But how do you feel about Ball and Biscuit, Tom? Track 8.
Well, I don't want to skip past You've Got It in Your Pocket because I know this song, but like, can I be honest with you? I kind of hear a little bit of John Lennon when he's singing this. Maybe that wasn't the intention, but I'm kind of getting a John Lennon vibe when I hear this.
It's very unfair to the listeners out there because I said that I was like, this is so Beatles. The chord change, when they go to the chorus is very, very John Lennon, very Beatles feel. It's great though. It's beautiful. It's such a good song. It's such a well-written song.
Yeah, I don't want to skip past it because I do like the song.
I was like, could you imagine if like Paul and George were harmonizing with Jack?
Man,
on this song it's a really good. If you think about it in the context of a Beatles song, you're like, oh man, that's a really good Beatles song.
And we talked a little bit about Meg's playing. I don't want to move past Jack's playing. Jack is very good, man. Like the thing he did with Jimmy Page and Edge and all that, that's a fun watch. And him making a guitar out of nothing on his the front porch of this house. Like literally just making a guitar,
making all people who think tone wood's important just like cry.
Yes, yes.
Tone wood's not important, guys.
Oh, man.
I'm just gonna be. This is the most controversial Chris Patton you've had on your show. If you pay $3,000 for an electric guitar, I'm sorry, you did it wrong, dude. It's magnets. How do they work? Strings, magnets, wood. Sit.
I'm just going to channel Lou from Major League and say, "Give him the heat, Ricky." That'll be me. So
I'm sorry, dude. You could get, if you really want good tone, get a great amplifier with a good speaker. That's what people are hearing, the speaker frequency. They're not hearing your sick humbuckers or your sick tone wood. I promise you. Now, if you're playing acoustic, buy a Martin. Like. buy a good acoustic. If you're an acoustic musician, buy Gibson or Martin. Like, I'm not gonna lie about that, but like electric guitar, anything, any kind of wood, just get a good amp. Get a really good amp. That's your tone. Look at AC/DC.
Yeah.
You gotta give Angus Young a piece of plywood. And it wouldn't have mattered because he's just pumping it through those Marshalls at the perfect level. Like people focus way too much on the tone wood stuff. And I love Jack White. And this goes back. I was going to wrap back around. So you're like, where's Chris going with this? Jack White used very, very unconventional guitars throughout all of these recordings, Eastman's and K's and all sorts of weird stuff that makes him feel uncomfortable because he likes the feel of it because he's got lumberjack hands. He's and he's not punching that guy from the Von Bondies in the face. He just needs to really feel something. He plays a lot, and I agree. I love that because I came from the start on acoustic guitar and then moved to electric guitar. So I always feel like I'm about to rip the neck off of an electric guitar. Because everything feels so small to me.
Right.
Even with my old arthritic hands, I'm like, oh man, I'm about to rip this neck off. And Jack does that in spades, and he plays such unique stuff, very vintage, weird stuff that no one else would play.
Sure. Well, it's the
Like,
Jeff. It's the Jeff Beck mentality too, right? Jeff always said, "I don't care about the guitar. Hand me any guitar. Hand me the cheapest one. I don't care. I open a brand new box and play the guitar on an album." It wasn't about the guitar. It was about how he played.
Well, it's about how you play, but it's also about what people hear, right? So
Sure.
it's amp, speaker, and mic combo. So a good Celestian speaker with a Shure 57 goes a long way, regardless of what's pushing it. It just does. Like
Right.
and you have IRs and stuff now, digital IR, like impulse responses and all that cool stuff. Like, just a good amp. The guitar is there. The guitar is like a great guitar feels good. That goes a long way. Like, if you're
Right.
playing a really good guitar, you're more comfortable in playing. But like, that's like the least of my worries. Like, everything else in my chain is the thing I'm thinking about
Mhm.
as far as sound goes. And for a mostly acoustic guy, get a Martin. Just do it.
Well, let's move to track 8 because I know we were going to get to it earlier. Ball and Biscuit, longest track on the album, 7 minutes 18 seconds. Is this
the best track on this?
I was going to
album.
say it's a great song. Is this the best example of white boy blues of the era in your
the
opinion?
absolute best? Suck it, John Mayer.
So good.
Suck it, Eric Clapton. So good. This has the vibe of when I play a blues song, this is the vibe I want. And I sent you one after this. I was like, it reminds me of this.
Yeah,
And that's the vibe I want. Like this, just the it's so good. Like, everything he does is so patient in the way he plays guitar
yeah.
and lets the air around it move, like breathe. I don't know how to explain it like in emotion, but like you can hear it. Like, he's giving you so much levity of like, what's coming next? What's coming next? What's coming
Yeah.
next? And then when he hits the A, you're like, oh man, there's a turnaround. He gets his turnaround. Like, really excited. It's so good. And the lyrics are great. Stand up
Yeah,
on
they
the
are.
soapbox so I can shout it. Internet. So good, dude. My favorite song on the album, probably my favorite White Stripes song, and he absolutely shreds on it too. Like, he
That's great.
literally, this is the song that's like, oh, Jack White can also play lead guitar. This is the song for me. Where it's like, oh man, that guy can shred.
It can. Traditional 12-bar blues chord progression, of course. This is the longest song that the band ever recorded. This is it.
Yeah. See, unlike John Mayer, Jack White chose not to play shitty white boy blues. No. I mean, like, if you know what? I'd listen to an entire Jack White album. There's just this for 40 minutes. Honestly, it's really good. And
Yeah.
Meg is so good. Like, there's some snap when he goes to the with the comes out of the and he hits the G, the G bend. She's like, it's like a good stair sound. It's so good. So it's so on time. It's, I don't know. It's a brilliant song. If someone told me they didn't like this song, I would question them as a person. Like, I would question, like, if they're like, I don't like the song. Do you want to go to Ruth Chris with me? I'm like, no, I'm good, dude. I don't need that. I'm all right.
I was going to ask why this wasn't released as a single, but if it had been released as a single, they would have had to cut it in half, or they would have cut it in half, wouldn't they? Or no?
I don't know. They should really, well, whatever. They played like Freebird all the time. They should put this on the radio all the time.
Well,
so good.
In 2003, we still cared about radio, right? But does anyone care about radio now? Is it still a thing?
Well, the classic rock station would be like, here's a little throwback to some blues that you guys might like, and then just put this on there. That's what I would have done if I was working for 97.1 The River back in the day in Georgia. Shout out to The River.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lita, who used to do Punk Rock Friday nights, by the way. It's a
The
real
Lita
thing.
or another Lita?
The professional wrestler. Oh, she was on 96 Rock, but yeah, professional wrestler Lita, playing all the cool, weird local punk rock stuff. Shout out to her. She's the best.
Very cool. Lita, we're fans. Come on the show.
And this is one of my wife's favorite songs coming up.
Yeah, it's a really good song. Yeah, it's a really good song. Great song, actually. Yeah, I mean, this is just, you could just put this on loop. You could have this in the background, or you could be vibing to it, whatever you want to do, and it's just awesome.
It's fun because you like play like any musician out there. You play bass, drums, guitar, whatever. You throw this thing on loop in a headset, you can just jam on it
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
Like you can just go wild. And you're like, man, this feels really good. Just
Yeah.
let it loose, dude. Listen to that thing for like 40 minutes if you need to. It's so good. Ball and Biscuit's so good. And I mean, it's very Muddy Waters, but like
It
I
is.
love Muddy Waters.
I do too.
So that's not a, give me champagne when I'm thirsty. Give me the reefer when I want to get high.
I mean, Muddy Waters invent electricity, man. Don't forget that.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I heard he punched Les Paul and his wife both in the face. I was like, I created the electric guitar. that is not a fact. That's not happening, guys. Don't Wikipedia that.
I gotta tell you, man, however much money got paid during his lifetime, he didn't get paid enough. Should have been paid triple. I mean, you have an entire movements of rock that would not exist, of other genres too of music that would not exist without the old blues guys. Just would not have happened.
We're gonna have to do the whole Muddy Waters live Mississippi album. I'll send it to you. We're gonna have to do it.
I may have that saved. I love Muddy, man. I love him.
He is my favorite of the old school blues players. I think he has enough like funny.
Yeah.
To kind of doing cool guitar stuff and also keeping the thump. I like a good southern thump to my blues, like a thump, which is why I like the song we just talked about, because like don, chicken don. You know what I mean? Like that's why I like it, because it has that. There's something about that I love.
Yeah.
And some other blues player, like, if you're really into Clapton, you probably don't like that. Or like Stevie Ray Vaughan, he doesn't really, I mean, he does some of it, but not that. It's a very different style of blues.
I love Stevie. Stevie's more Texas blues than he is Mississippi, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, I love that was not a shout against Stevie.
No, I get it.
I like Stevie a lot more than I like Eric Clapton. Eric Clapton catch these hands.
Man, red hot, white hot heat.
Steve Ray Vaughan, I love. It's flooding down in Texas, baby. It's flooding down there.
Man,
just ask Ray Dean about them How about them Cowboys?
You're Clark Kent Superman too. Excuse me, sir. Would you like to step outside? That's you with Clapton right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. I don't get the love for Clapton. The best thing Clapton ever did was playing Derek and the Dominoes with an Allman Brother.
I would say that I feel like Crossroads. I feel like Cream and Crossroads, in my opinion, is what really did it. And everything that came afterward was just whatever it was.
No, dude, no way. Bell Bottom Blues, man. Derek and the Dominoes. That's class. Bell Bottom Blues is so good. And,
no, I'm talking about like in terms of how people view him. I think it's, if not for Cream and Crossroads,
he spent the last 30 years going. You're lucky I don't have a guitar near me, because I would just be like,
saying.
This is Clapton. This is what Clapton does. He does his like 2 hits, and then like he does a bunch of just that jerking off for 40 minutes, and then he's like, all I want to do is ride around Sally, ride. That's it. That's all. Like Clapton used to be so good. Also, I heard this very funny story when I saw Paul McCartney live, where he was like, I saw Jimi Hendrix and we were all there. And anyways, he said, I need someone to come tune my guitar. And then he made Eric Clapton come up and tune his guitar.
Ah, it's funny.
From the table, which is really funny. And then he did like a little all along the watchtower thing. Because Paul is great, by the way. Paul, if you ever get a chance, if you ever have the money, I know it's super expensive. I got lucky. I got to see him at Piedmont Park for $80. Not everybody's going to get that opportunity. But if you get a chance and you're a Beatles fan, go see Paul. He's phenomenal. His drummer is impeccable. It's a great show. And he does a time travel thing where he takes you through all of the Beatles and all of the Wings and all of the things that you would want from Paul McCartney. And he does it in a very well presented way. It's an amazing show. And he's just phenomenal still to this day.
Yeah, he's I've never seen him. He's a legend, and I'm a huge Beatles guy. So clock's ticking. We're all getting older.
Break that savings account open. Go see Paul next time he comes. You got to, dude. It's that good. I don't say that about many people, like the Stones.
Yeah, I mean,
going to see Paul. Yeah, that's something you should do. especially as big of a Beatles fan as you are.
Oh, I'm huge. Yeah, you know that. Yeah. So track number 9, another classic song in my opinion on this album. It's another fun one to play on bass, which is not really a bass song. The Hardest Button to Button was the second single released August 11, 2003. This is a fun song. And in terms of the notes on it, he wrote it like at the piano, and it was very quick for him to write. And one of the few that actually began with him sitting at the piano, and it just kind of came to him. Wrote the lyrics at home, flesh out its signature rhythmic thrust in the studio with Meg, and it's best known for the iconic stop motion music video. I want to touch on this. Do you think that part of what made them as big as they became, and what eventually led to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, as we pitched earlier in the show, do you think MTV had a lot to do with that? Was it just happenstance that they were in the age of the music video? What do you think?
I mean, it was the gimmick, right? Like, is the gimmick in this video specifically that launched them into the stratosphere?
Hmm.
And like he mentioned the gimmick in his Hall of Fame acceptance speech.
Yeah.
Of like whether she's my wife, but my sister, etc. Like he knows,
Sure.
right? Like they're aware of what they were doing. This music video was everywhere, and it's so good.
It's
The
so
drum
good.
beat on Meg just like moving down the street forward slowly.
Yeah.
Or backwards or whatever. Anytime they did it, I was like, that's so good. It's so good. It's such a good song too. And also Jack's voice, the hottest button, the button, wow, is so good. Like
Yeah.
I am not Jack White, guys. I don't know if you guys know this. Not professional musician out here. My notes had one of Meg's most iconic drum parts, and I guess it is in the sense of the music video, but it is just very on time, the entire song.
It is.
I wrote the lyrics kind of sound like a hopscotch game, very childlike, very repetitive, very doing the same thing over and over and over again,
Yeah.
which works for the song. And I saw this live and it was incredible. They go super hard on the song. Jack overdrives his amp hard as absolute hell and gets some incredible noise out of this thing. It's a cool song. It's a cool song. It's still one of my wife's favorites.
It's a really good song, man. There's nothing about this that isn't good. I mean, it's just, and plus it's a great sing-along song. I feel like the sing-along songs are, you're inviting the crowd to get into it. You know what I mean? Like I always appreciate that. But
well, isn't it crazy that this song is not the hockey song? Or
right?
You know, like I was, well, I get it. I guess it's kind of boring, but the hottest button, the button, wow, it's so fucking. It's such a cooler song.
Yeah,
it's just such a cooler song.
Yeah,
very fun song, very cool guitar part. Jack just being Jack, he does some cool overdub stuff here.
Yeah, it's really good, man. Again, this is fun to play on bass, and again, it's not a bass song. Listen, bass players out there, if you're playing White Stripes, just be aware you're probably playing guitar parts.
I'll get like a drum machine with 808s, and then me and you are just going to cover this entire album. Apparently,
that's good because I don't have to play on every track. I can just kind of pick and choose what I can play. And
no, you got to play on every track.
I'll say that's a problem because I'm a gunslinger, so you got to pay me. It's pin me and pay me, brother.
Oh, now I have to pay you. I see.
Pin me and pay me. I'm saying.
I've been rolling through your territory for a long time, brother. Yeah. Where's my check? What about me?
Yeah.
What about Raven?
What about Raven? Yeah. Yeah. The video, by the way, it was shot over 3 16-hour days in the Upper West Side, and they had to haul around 32 identical drum kits.
Like every 5 foot they had to move Meg's drum kit.
32 amps, 16 microphone stands. People around are like, what is going on? Like, what is this?
Yeah, imagine if you just had to go to work that day and decided to walk that way. And then like you're like, hold on, you gotta move 32 mics and Meg's drums. You're like,
Right?
what? And also the band hadn't hit yet. So you're just like, I wish
Yeah.
these nerds would get off the sidewalk.
Yeah.
and get to work.
Oh, it's
Jesus
red and white
Christ.
crap. What is this?
Look like a bunch of peppermints, nerds.
Yeah.
You know what's a cool band? Weezer. Just
band?
leave.
Right.
I don't know what you would do. Like, I would get mad if that was my journey to work. I'd be pretty mad.
Man, you know what I think? I think if you live in New York City or you live in LA or even Wilmington, North Carolina, like if you live in a place where movies are shot, you're just like, yeah, I'm just going to have to live with this. I don't have a choice. You know what I
don't
mean?
have
Like,
to. You can choose to tell them to S your D, so to speak, and be like, no, it's my same path to work. I don't have to change my day because you decided to shoot a movie here. Unless you want me to be extra, I'm walking straight through Meg's drum kit. It's my sidewalk.
yeah.
Yeah, we should not just accept, like, just be like, well, I don't know. I mean, like, well, it's like whatever taxpayers help pay to get these people to film in these places. Like, if I want to walk down the sidewalk, I don't care if you're shooting a film. Like,
Yeah.
you're interfering with my day, dude. Why should I make your Tron movie better? Like,
I don't think you
care.
can make the Tron movie because
Exactly. This is my point.
yeah.
My point is, like, I don't really care about your new Marvel movie, dude. I'm just walking to my job. That's all I want to do.
Let's see. Now you're making it personal. I don't know why you got to
Well,
do that.
I'm not trying to make it personal.
I don't know why you got to do that.
Yeah,
Why you gotta
yeah.
mention
I mean,
Marvel?
like,
What's-
dude, well, you got up, you get up, you wake up, right? You stretch out, and you're like, man, I'm about to go get my run in, my workout in. You walk out, and it's just like a whole movie crew, like all across your sidewalk. Can't back out of your house. They're like, oh, we're filming over here. You're like, okay, I live here. Don't
Yeah,
really care. That's like, I get it. I understand. But like, like Wilmington, North Carolina, like you said, Atlanta, Georgia, like
yeah.
we built different. Sometimes we just gotta go work. So
Man,
they gotta
they
move
did
that
like
drum
the-
kit.
They did like the entire Walking Dead series in Georgia, didn't they? Or am I wrong? Or
They
most
did,
of
but
it?
it's so like it's like near Six Flags. And they moved it, which no one cares because they fired Robert Kirkland, who did the comic book series.
Whoa.
and
Robert
that-
Kirkman is no longer attached to the show?
Yeah, he's not been attached for that show for a long time, which is why that show is so bad.
How did I not know this?
Yeah, he's not been around for a long time.
Yeah.
How did you
I-
not know that? Robert Kirkman's great, by the way.
He's great. Yeah. I mean, Invincible's fantastic. Invincible's so well
Invincible's great. The original Walking Dead series, if you
Yeah.
get your hands on the graphic novel,
Yeah.
where the compendium, I guess is what they call it.
Compendium. I've got one. I've got the
Compendium.
first one. It's
It's
huge.
great. It's beautiful. It's well done. Such great art. It's way better than the show. Dive into that, I mean, outside of listening to Bachman's Basement,
Of course.
but outside of that, yeah, it's great. Robert Kirkman's like one of my favorite comic guys. I love Image Comics.
do
We're
too.
going into a weird spot.
I know, right? Look what happened.
Let's talk
Well,
about Little Acorns.
Little Acorns, track number 10, 4 minutes, 9 seconds. This is the other track on the album that has someone besides. This has got Jack White listed as a songwriter and also Mort Krim, who's an American author and former broadcast journalist. And he worked in Detroit. He was with WDIV TV in 1978, with the station for 19 years before retiring from anchoring TV newscasts in 97. He does the voiceover in the first part of this. Hard to know what to make of this song, man. What do you make of Little Acorns?
I mean, what I'll make of it is I have no idea who Mort Krim is,
Yeah, same.
nor care. I'm assuming that he was around when Ford released the Mustang. I guess. I don't know.
Nah.
I'll say lyrics are about like struggling and persistence.
Mhm.
So it's about moving forward with your life, and it fits in with the rest of the song, like the rest of the album. If you take out Ball and a Biscuit, it's very much about relationships,
Mhm.
right? Not necessarily their relationships, I guess, but just relationships in general. So it's that. I don't know. It builds like really, really well, and then
Yeah.
you get this big explosive like release at the end. Like but you got the PG 13 version of this explosive releases.
Yeah, Yeah, it's different. I can kind of skip this one if I'm being honest with you. I don't dislike it, but it's not my favorite on the album for sure.
I do think it's better than in the cold or no, I want to be a boy who warm your mother's heart. He's better than that, but it does feel like a filler.
4 minutes, 9 seconds of this song, man. It's long. Let's move to track 10. That's not so, or excuse me, track 11. That's not so long. Or would this be track 12? No, track 11. All right. Hypnotize. No, not that Hypnotize. Biggie's not on this. This is 1:48 seconds, shortest song on the album. This thing, Chaos, it reminds me of Black Math. It starts and it just kicks you square in the head and just keeps driving. That rhythm just keeps driving. But again, as much as they're known for the slower, and then they're also known for being in the pocket on the blues song, they're also known for this. I feel like they've got like different layers to this band, Chris, of what they became really, really good at doing.
This is like really cool because Jack White does this thing where he's trying to hypnotize you with the guitar. So it's like kind of thing. He's not doing that on guitar, but it is similar to what he's doing. I love the song because it is very much like, we hung out in the garage and played punk music. And it's so raw and like there is like, I feel like that they recorded this and they were like, that's the track. And the guy's like, you don't want me to do anything with it? And he's like, yeah, no, that's it. We're good. That's how it feels compared to the rest of the album. They're like, no, that's it. We're good. Jack did the Twilight Zone thing. We're good.
One take Sinatra. That's what that is.
Yeah.
That's
they
it.
They were just like, F it. We're good.
Frank, do you want to do it? No, that's good, baby. Track it. We're done. Moving on.
Yeah. Frank was like, hey, your voice didn't sound that good on that track. He's like, you need to turn your headphones up. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah.
Frank's like, my voice didn't sound good.
You know who I am? Yeah.
I love Frank.
I do too. No, yeah, I do. Yeah.
We need to do a Frank Sinatra, a whole character dive into Frank Sinatra.
Man, the amount of references of course, if people who listen to 6am regularly don't get that, we shove a lot of pop culture references in like every episode we do. So
they're just like every time Chris Patton shows up, this thing goes in the dive. It just goes all over the place. You're like, yeah, well, we're still getting through the album.
Oh man,
we're on track 12, so we're almost there.
It's the subway train and speed, man. It's completely off the rails. It's just gone. It's through the tunnel. And see, I had to throw another pop culture reference in there. I can't help myself. So
are you talking about that train in vain?
See, you worked hard for that, but I appreciate the effort.
Yes, I did. Been waiting for the Clash to just be like, everyone tell Tom we should do the Clash because he doesn't like the Clash.
Now I got that song in my head.
It's a good bass part. I played that for you. Pretty good.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see. Track number 12, kids. The Air Near My Fingers. 3 minutes, 40 seconds. I've always liked this one, man. Do you like this one or no?
Yeah, it's boring for me.
Really?
Yeah, really. I don't think it fits in the album. Like, I think it's better placed somewhere else on the album. I don't think it's a bad song. I think it's just placed kind of poorly. It's a very introspective song. Very self-loathing and being a sad boy, as Jack White is known to do, is be a sad boy and punch someone from the Von Bondies in the faces. You
gotta let that poor
be a big Red Wings fan.
You gotta let that poor guy heal up, man. Just let that guy heal up.
Never. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just like it feels weird coming off Hypnotized. Doesn't it feel weird to you? Like that's.
Maybe, but again, I like the song. Like I
like the song. I'm not saying I don't like the song. I just feel like it's a weird placement on the album.
So where would you put it? Maybe after I Want to Be the Boy to Warm Your Mother's Heart, like the peaks and valleys, bring them down, then bring them back up, or where would you put it?
I would put it after track 13 before Well It's True That We Love One Another, and just one song further back, because it just sounds like a jagged wrench in my ear or something. It doesn't fit coming off Hypnotized to me.
Interesting.
I love this album, by the way. It's my favorite White Stripes album, but I wouldn't move those two. I would move 12 and 13. Just switch them.
Yeah.
It's fine.
That makes sense. I do like this one quite a bit. I like the lyrics. I like the do. I like that quite a bit. I like the sing along stuff. I'm a sucker for sing along songs, as if I've not made that clear. But I really like it. I like the lyrics. I like that they're simple. But you know, White Stripe stuff is so simple, which is another appeal of the band, right? Like they're not, if you're looking for deeply woven, intricate, textured, layered lyrics, you're probably not going to get that with this band. It's kind of not what they do, but he can do so much with a guitar and they can do so much with so little. I kind of always have felt like the White Stripes are like a DIY band where it's like, there's two of us, we're just going to make this work. And man, the effort and the punch that they put behind their songs is just tremendous.
The
Just two of
dirtiest thing you could ever say to a guitar player is like, just play it. It's simple.
Right. Yeah.
Because what he is doing might not be the hardest thing in the entire world, but playing it like he plays it,
Sure.
it's a whole
Sure. Yeah. I get that.
We're opening up a different can of worms. You gotta get the tone right, you get the timing
Yeah.
right, you gotta get Jack is a very special guitar player. And I don't know
Yes.
that we'll get another one. Like the only person I could really compare to Jack White in the past like 20 years as a new guitar player, someone that I really felt something from, but like Gary Clark Jr.
Oh, I love Gary Clark Jr.
Because like a lot of it's just like either you really shred really hard or whatever, and like polyphia and that kind of stuff where it's like, oh, you do a bunch of cool tapping stuff and that's neat or whatever. But like as far as like this old school rock style, like I don't know, Jack and Gary Clark probably.
He did one of those like Apple, I think in the studio with Apple Music or something where he did a live set. And he does a version of Next Door Neighbor Blues, which is freaking great. It is so good. Oh my God. That's where I first discovered that dude. I'm like, oh my God, who is this? It's so awesome.
Yeah, and the first time I discovered Gary Clark Jr. was I was reading Spin Mag. Remember that?
I do.
And it was that was it Blue and Black album that he had.
Mm.
It's really cool. It's got some R&B like hip hop type songs on it. It's a good album. It's like it's got Train Gonna Come on it too.
Nice.
The Jimi Hendrix cover. It's good. It's a good album. I
Yeah.
think I named it wrong. If I named it wrong, I apologize. But you guys know the album I'm talking about. So apologies, but it's a great album. He's a great guitar player.
He's great. I will say this, and it's a weird thing to say. I kind of hate that he got pulled into mainstream. And I don't mean I want him to be unknown. I'm glad he got a level of fame. But in my head, it's like he belongs with the rock guys. Like mainstream is great to a point, but it becomes, I don't know. It feels, I don't know. He gets a lot of play because he's so good and people want to play with him, which I can't be mad at that.
Well, he did the new Beavis and Butthead intro and outro, which is pretty great.
Oh, see, there you go.
Yeah, a little boy from Austin, Texas. Him and Jack White remind me a lot of each other, the way they approach.
Yeah, that's fair.
Play. It's very much and actually just Billy Gibbons, honestly. They approach it like Billy Gibbons approaches blues, which is great.
Yeah.
By the way, Billy Gibbons, easy top. For those out here that don't know about the big bearded Jesus himself, Billy Gibbons.
Oh, dude.
There's a lot of that, like a little and I wouldn't even call Billy Gibbons Texas blues. I just associate with Stevie Ray Vaughan. Billy Gibbons kind of got this like distortion and taste of the way he approaches notes, and the same thing with Gary Clark and Jack.
And shout out Dusty Hill. Talk about a guy that knew how to play bass and play what the song needed, and never showed off.
Also, shout out
ever.
Hank Hill's brother, Dusty Hill.
Yes.
R.I.P. Dusty Hill.
Yes. Great bass player, man. I mean, honestly, like it again, why? Because he serviced the song. Tom Clark's 6M podcast is sponsored in part by Radius Law Group. Every day, Radius helps individuals, families, small businesses, and nonprofit organizations throughout North Carolina, Florida, and Pennsylvania resolve their legal issues by providing effective legal counsel in the areas of estate planning, as well as elder law and Medicaid. Radius Law holds the radical belief that working with a lawyer can indeed be enjoyable. So give them a call at 1-800-519-5667 for more information and tell them that Tom Clark 6M Podcast sent you. A lot of ZZ Top stuff is, in my opinion, very Ball and Biscuit, where it's that repetitive blues riff over and over and over and over again, but it's what worked for them.
Yeah, but it's how you play it, right?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
I could play the same thing for, 16 times 2, Tom.
You know how late in the day it is?
I know. I could play that for a long time. I don't know if I ever play it as good. I could play that all day. I don't know if I'll ever play it as good as Jack White, but it's fun.
Well,
it's really fun.
yeah, it is. Let's see. Track 13, kids. Girl, you have no faith in medicine. 3 minutes, 17 seconds. I love this song.
I love
man.
the title. Love this song.
Yeah, this is a really good one.
It's skepticism on modern medicine. It's
Yeah,
very much like, I don't believe in all of the cures that man produces.
Reference to the placebo effect, how the mind can heal itself if it is told something else.
Yeah, it's great. It's also got like this weird groove. It's very different than the rest of the album, which is very much a straight ahead, like kind of punk blues vibe. And this one has like a weird groove to it, and I love it. I think it's incredible that those two were able to accomplish that on the song.
Yeah, there's a real rock edge to this one too. Like there's blues underneath of everything that they do, but there's a real rock edge to this one, man.
They do this thing that makes the song feel awkward.
Yeah.
Like throughout it, which is like, it's uncomfortable but in a good way. You know what I mean? Like it's you expect them coming off of Hypnotize and the Air Near My Fingers to just be straight ahead kind of thing, but they do something completely different, and it's I think it's one of the most unique tracks on the album, honestly, in the way that it's recorded and played, and the rhythm and everything about it. It's kind of just, like I said, it makes you kind of feel awkward, but in a good way, like in a like, oh wow, I didn't expect that kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm here for it. I really like it a lot, man. I think it's really good. It's one of my favorites on there. I kind of feel like that's a workout song. Maybe that'll get added to the list. Got to keep going in the gym, kids. Got to keep yourself up, keep yourself motivated, and keep going. And hope it makes
12-ounce curls, boys and girls.
Yeah, see, depends on what the movement is, but some stuff I'm easier at than others. Like the curl is not my favorite machine, the bicep curls.
I was making a beer joke, but you took it to actual
Well, see, I took it somewhere else.
Machines.
I'm talking about working out, yeah. Yeah. Kids, we're getting ready to wrap this thing up. Track number 14. It's true that we love one another. This has got Holly Golightly on it.
Tom, should we try to sing this together and say we love one another?
I mean, I'm up for just about anything. This is such an... I can't listen. If I use the word odd with the White Stripes, that is 9 times out of 10 meant as a compliment.
This song is like, if you play this at an open mic, which I have played at an open mic, you will get applause and a banger. This one always comes through. It stands out on the album. It's a very unique song in its way. And if you can play it with a lady guitar player as well at your open mic, if you meet someone, you talk to them, and have them come on stage with you, play the song, they know the song, or you can just be like, just tell they love one another, just say that, and then we're good.
Yeah.
This song pops. It's weird. It's very lo-fi the way it's recorded. Like they're trying to go for like a 1930s and 40s sound for it. And it's like, doesn't make sense as the closure of the album, but it kind of makes perfect sense. Like you're like, what? You know what I mean? Like it's kind of a weird closer, but it's really good. And when I was in high school and stuff, this is a song a lot of people knew from this album. They're like, oh yeah, we like that because it's a fun duet. Like it's Johnny Cash, June Carter. Like, could you imagine Johnny and June doing this?
I could, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, it's just a very fun, like, sing-along track. It's good.
You know what? It's such a cool reference, Johnny Cash. I never would have said it out loud. But don't you think that he and Jack White would have just got on famously with each other? I think they would have had such respect for each other, man.
Yeah, I feel like the rest of the Von Bondies are unnoticed. Those two are hanging out.
Man, yeah, well, Johnny don't give it. Johnny stopped giving Fs very early into his career, right?
Yeah. Anyone out there looking for something funny to watch today, watch Johnny Cash try to get into a Ferrari and get out of a Ferrari. It's
oh my God, I've never seen that.
Things in cinematic history. This is how you get into a Ferrari, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, this is how I get out of a Ferrari. Yeah,
which is just him just falling in and out of a Ferrari. It's great. And so talking about how it sucks because he can't get in and out of it. It's incredible. It's like, anyways, this just gave me vibes. They had the June Carter Johnny, which is what they were going for, and I feel like they nailed it. Like honestly, it has the Johnny Cash June vibe to it.
It does. It's been attributed to like an homage to the Mamas and the Papas song Creek Alley. Yeah, it was recorded partly as a testing of the studio's capabilities, which led to them recording the entire album there.
The studio capabilities of recording a very lo-fi version.
Right?
It's true. Love one another. I love Jack White like a little brother.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, that was really testing the studio mics that day. In which
the Head Coatees was the band that she was from. Never even heard of them. The Head Coatees.
Oh, holy Galigia. Never, no clue. I see she's a guest vocalist on this though. But
an English garage band is who they are. The Head Coatees.
Mm-hmm.
All female. Now I want to look them up.
Yeah, they got you with the girls, Tom. So
well, I like
happens.
it. I dig that, man. I dig that. 4 members, and they're still active, dude. I'm looking that up now. Kidding me?
You're gonna hate it when it's just punk rock because you're like, I'm not a punk rock guy.
I don't hate punk rock. I just can't. I can't get a lot of it. I can get some of it, but I can't get some other of it. I just can't. You know what I mean? I tried. It's the way it hits my ears. I don't know why.
Too much trouble, dude. You want that low end. You're like, where am I basing my mids at?
Right?
You're like, where am I basing my mids at? Where my Stevie Wonder sound at?
Yeah.
As a bass player, typical bass players.
Yeah.
Hey Tom, how many bass players does it take to screw in a light bulb?
Oh, I'm afraid to ask.
Nobody cares.
Well, I know what I'm not wanted. I know what I'm not wanted. Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Take my ball and go home is what I'll do.
As I have said multiple times on multiple of these podcasts talking about great bass players, this one doesn't have a great bass player, but bass and drums, the most important thing you have in a band. And the ones you stick around with, the ones that are definitely in your text list, like "Happy Holidays, how you been, bud?" When your old band breaks up.
There's so many songs like in the history of not just rock music, but any genre. Remove the bass, and you either won't recognize it or you will immediately know something's wrong with the song. Wait a minute, what happened to it? Because sometimes you don't realize that what you're hearing and tapping your foot to is not the lead guitar. It's the bass. It's crazy.
Isn't that what makes this band great, though? This entire album, 0 bass, brother.
So listen, you may know this more than I do because I've not looked up like what actually happened in the studio. Was there ever Jack physically playing a bass to get certain sounds on songs, or was it always just guitar and drums?
Oh, well, that's for a bigger White Stripes fan than me. I like White Stripes, but I know that he used an octapedal a lot and would
true.
Loop things. And he did that when I saw him live because they tried to do the Rush thing where everything we play in the studio, we try to play live.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Where it's not a discrepancy or you have someone weird show up. There's not a ton of bass on this outside of, like hardest button to button, which you could do with an octapedal if you're good at guitar. And same thing with the opening track, which is everyone's favorite, which I can never think of the name of. Seven Nation Army. It's the same kind of thing, I think, where he would use an octave. Digitech whammy pedal. That's what it is. He would de-octave his guitar so it would drop down. So it sounded like a bass. So it's an octave. And they would record that with like an RC boss looper. And then the bass would be there and they would play over top of it. And I think he does the same thing with hardest button, but I could be wrong. Other Jack White fans out there, let me know. I could be wrong, but when I saw him, I'm pretty sure that's what he did. Mm-hmm. And that's the biggest bass sounds throughout the entire album is track 1 and the end track. Mm-hmm. Or not the end track, sorry, I almost said a bad word. Track 13.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we did this one because I want to talk more about White Stripes because again, like I love this album, but I don't think it's my favorite. Even though Seven Nation Army is freaking fantastic, but I just love I think it's the style is how it's pronounced. I love that one because it's got was it Death Letter? It's the old Sunhouse blues song. I freaking love that tune. It's my favorite White Stripes tune of all time, man.
I'm a softie. While we were doing this, I decided my favorite. I went from Ballin' and Biscuit as my favorite White Stripes song to "You Got Her in Your Pocket" because it's so good. It's so well written. I love the like kind of Beatles influence on it and his voice. It's so delicate for Jack White. I don't know how
Yeah.
else to put it. I think it's
Yeah.
a brilliant song. And when I was playing it back, I was like, man, this song is so well written, and it's not going to get a lot of love on this podcast. So now I'm going to give it a big shout. Might be one of my favorite White Stripes songs. Honestly, it's pretty good.
Is that
It
really
is,
the
pretty
is that
good.
really the answer? By the way I kicked this show off, like, and I'm not trying to beat it to death or anything, but like the why of how all this happened and how they got to be to the Hall of Fame, is this the purest answer? Just that Jack White is just a great musician. He's a great songwriter. He's smart. He knows how the sounds work together. He can hear this stuff in his head like any great musician can. And he just really knows what he's doing. Is that the real answer to all this?
Do you want to know a spoiler about what you just said?
Let's hear it.
I don't like any of other Jack White bands.
Really? You don't like the Rockin' Tours?
I think Raconteurs and Wolf Mother are lame.
Really? Interesting.
I think that they're photocopies of other bands that are better than they are.
All right. So are you implying then that Jack at his creative peak is with Meg and maybe not with anybody else?
I do. A lot of people will hate me for that. Like, Wolf Mother has some cool guitar riffs and stuff, but it's very derivative of other things that are better during that time period. It's kind of like a bad version of Queens of the Stone Age. I like White Stripes. I think what they did was unique. I think it sounded cool. They did some unique things. They did some folk country tunes and stuff in the middle of it. They had a sound about them, like a cool vibe where you'd be like, oh, that's two people I'd want to hang out with. Whereas like Wolf Mother and some of the other stuff he's done, I was like, I don't want to hang out with any of those guys. like, I mean, I love Jack White. I think he's a great guitar player. He does great guitar stuff in those bands. I would rather listen to White Stripes. You put a gun to my head, I'd be like, yeah, I would rather listen to White Stripes. Like, honestly. So Behind Me Satan's pretty good. We'll talk about that one next. But
do we know why she wasn't at the Hall of Fame, by the way?
So, and I am not the authority on this, but she has really bad social anxiety from what I remember.
I see.
If you remember the farewell tour when she played piano and sung it out, it was a huge deal because she's not really into wanting to be part of the spotlight. And also, she has been crapped on by fans for a long time.
Yeah.
You guys don't deserve her to just walk out on stage and be like, all right, I'm going to go into the Hall of Fame for all these people that made fun of me for years and years and years. You kind of assholes. You don't deserve to get to see her walk into the Hall of Fame. Honestly. Like think about it. Like, people crapped on Meg. They're like, oh man, could you imagine White Stripes without Meg? They did that. It's called Wolf Mother. It's not as good. They did it. It was not as good.
Right.
So take that for what it is. But yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I thought Jack's acceptance speech at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and talking about his ex-wife and his sister and the way that he summed it all up was very, very beautiful. And
yeah,
I don't know. I think that they could have picked a better band to do a White Stripe song, personally. Should have got like Count and Chris. That'd been fun.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Oh man, could you imagine Count and Chris doing Hardest Button to Button? With
no, I could not.
It'd have been incredible.
No, you are making this up. Tell me you're making this up.
Oh, dude, you underestimate the power of Count and Chris. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm joking. Like, they could have gotten someone like AFI or I don't know. I just thought the people that actually did the song, though, like, that's kind of boring. Deftones, that would have been cool.
Yeah.
I'm sick. I bet Deftones could do a really cool cover of Hardest Button to Button, slowed down, like kind of like Change. I don't know. It was just like, it just sounds like a bad cover band playing Hardest Button to Button kind of stuff. I'm just like, But the speech was great, and that's all that matters. And also, the person singing the song didn't forget the lyrics, which is already a step up of what happened in the Outkast performance.
Yeah, I saw Dave Grohl doing something. Where was it? No, he had Jimmy Vaughn, the great Jimmy Vaughn, on stage, and the Foo Fighters were covering Tough Enough. And it was him and Jimmy Vaughn, the Foo Fighters, and somebody else. I think it might have been that Austin City Limits thing. And he didn't know the words. He's flubbing the lyrics. I'm like,
Who, Dave or Jimmy?
Dave.
Oh,
and I'm like, are you kidding? You don't know the lyrics? How do you not at least look it up before the freaking show?
Okay, that's like less respectable than the person that forgot the Outcast lyrics, because the lyrics of that song is like, ain't that tough enough?
Oh, dude, he flubbed it. He didn't know
That's-
he didn't know the lyrics, man.
It's like half the song is ain't that tough enough. It was in Chevy commercials for years. Like, how do you, I don't
Yeah, I didn't get it.
I apologize to Doja Cat. You were actually better than I thought. I have money that you could say ain't that tough enough or not.
Yeah, she's the one that went all MAGA, isn't she? Isn't she the one that just went all MAGA?
No, that was Mrs. Nicki Minaj.
That's
Mischievous.
right.
Like, let me see that clap, standing ovation from the 2 Chainz song. Her.
Good Lord.
Yeah. Congrats, dude. No one likes you.
No kidding at all. Yeah. Well, you lost 10 million followers the next day when it happened.
Yeah. When you just leave Twitter because you're losing so many followers, you're like, I'm gone.
Yeah.
Like, okay, when you come back, they're still going to leave.
Yeah, they're not going to be here when you come back. Like,
what is is that a glitch in the system? If you leave before they leave you come back and they're still there?
no.
Then the first thing you post, they're just gonna be like, ew, grass and block you.
Right.
Like, what is the context there?
Right.
I didn't think it was possible to be more unlikable than Kanye. Also, Kanye West Graduation, right, as an album, had the most streams of any hip hop album this year.
What?
By a lot.
Why?
Because it's a good album.
I guess.
No, I mean, it's a great album. I have no other answer. I read that the other day and I was like, really? I did the same thing you did. I was like, okay. But it is a good album. It's a good album to work out to, like, type to. It's a vibe, dude. It's a good album. I hope Kanye could get better mentally for all of us.
I don't think it's happening though. I think it's like watching a friend who's an addict and he's so far gone and you can't help him because he can't be helped. I know.
It's unfortunate. That album is really, really good. I just saw that. I thought you'd get a kick out of that because I was like very surprised by
I had no idea.
Really?
Yeah.
And then the most streamed YouTube rapper from New York is 50 Cent. So there's that.
Well, I tell you what,
we're right back in 2004, 2006.
Of that crop of rappers in that era, 50 came out looking pretty darn good, honestly. Like,
because he accepted Bitcoin for a video shoot, and then Bitcoin shot up, and he was like, "Oh, I got some of that," and then sold it. 50 getting me with your investment garbage. Also, well, actually, no. Maybe he also LifeWater before LifeWater got bought by Coke.
Oh,
they paid him for the music video, and he got royalties or like stock in the company or whatever.
Mhm.
So when Coke bought it, he got a big payday off of that as well. And also, I mean, I like 50. Patiently waiting for a track to explode on.
I like him. Well, kids, there you go. That's how we devolve from the white. Not devolve. I don't mean it that way. I don't mean it bad. That's how we switch gears often on this show. But before we let anybody think that we're going into another direction, which we all often do in the 6M, and I'm sure we will next episode as well, because we like to switch it up. Just when you think that all we're going to do is music, you turn to the next episode and you got a TV show. And then you think that's what we're going to do, you got a movie on the next episode. You think it's all we're going to do? We got a book. We got a comic book maybe. It could be anything, because that's what the 6M is, baby. So we thank you guys as always for coming along the ride and hope you enjoy it. Chris, before we call it a day, however, let's get your last word on Elephant.
Great album. Perfect album to get into if you're a beginner or intermediate guitar player and you really want something to just jam along with and have some good tunes to play with. I think these songs stand the test of time, and I don't need to say that. They're played at every stadium every weekend across the the entire year, right? It's a great album with some very, very vulnerable songs mixed in, like You Got Her in Your Pocket and hardest button to button, etc. There's some vulnerability there, and I like that. Like there's something very, very smooth about what they were dealing with, because you got to consider these people went through a divorce and now play in a band together, and they address it straight on. And Meg's great. Anyone that says Meg's a bad drum player, come play drums for me. I think you're probably wrong. Yeah, we'll give you the Ringo Starr Act Naturally test. Can you play Act Naturally?
Yeah, good luck, buddy.
Because if you can't, it turns out you're not as good as you think you are.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I love Meg, and I love the speech that Jack gave. I thought it was perfect. I wish we could have seen a performance, really. Even if it was just like, and it's true that we love one another, something like that would have been really fun. Yeah. But, not the biggest disappointment of that Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Looking at you, Andre. But yeah, I don't know, man. I love this album. I think it's great. I think it's a great intro. If you have a kid that's like kind of like 7 or 8 starting to listen to real music, this is one to put in front of them and be like, hey, listen to this. Yeah. It's great. I think they'll dig it. There's enough to bounce to. There's fun, catchy songs. There's a little folky, like the True That You Love One Another kind of song. There's fun, like, things that you could put your kid in front of and be like, hey, check it out. The hardest button to button. They get to go, uh-oh. I think it's a cool song. And Jack's guitar is incredible. It's big sound as always. And I don't know. I'm torn on this being my favorite White Stripes album, but it's up there. It's this or Get Behind Me, Satan. It's one of the two. I think both of them are really, really great. Get Behind Me, Satan has more blues type stuff on it, so less slow hand, but like actual blues. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it has some stuff I really like on that album. This album is I think it's very important. If you were born in after the year like 1990, for me 88, but it's like if you didn't hear this album and just have this in your car, I don't know, it's the same thing as the Audio Slave album, which maybe we'll get to someday. I feel like this was just in every one of my friends' cars all the time.
Yeah, I love
one of those two. Just great albums. And I don't know, I can't pump them up anymore, man. They're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Yeah, they already did it for themselves. Congrats, Meg. Congrats, Jack. Yeah. You've always been in the Hall of Fame in my heart.
Well, there you go. So
I mean, Jack, you're no Jay Moskis, but like you're all right. Oh. he's in the like a little separate part in my heart.
Start off the show with heat and end it with heat. That's what we did here today.
Well, kids. Yeah, I feel like Jack would like that though.
That's what we did here today. Well, folks, there you have it. There is Elephant, and we got a lot more to come. Of course, as I said earlier, we're going to talk more about White Stripes. We're not done with album reviews by a long shot. We love talking about music here. It's one of the M's, everybody. And again, folks, thanks very much for coming along the ride and for supporting Boink Studios. Remember the Patent Report, Bachman's Basement, and of course, the show you're listening to now. Lots more available on Boink Studios YouTube. So go check it out. And for now, kids, that is Elephant by the White Stripes. Hey, thanks for listening to the show. Check out our social media on Facebook, Instagram, and Threads at 6M Podcasts. We'll see you next time.